Hello everyone, it's me, Melissa, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for coming over and checking out one of my videos. So this is going to be a motivational video all about cleaning. Woo! I actually really do love to clean. It's something that's in my control and I love the outcome. So I like to do my cleaning mostly on the weekends. I will spend a few hours on a Saturday and a few hours on a Sunday just getting all my cleaning done. So what I like to do is I love to start with the kitchen. So once I have a clean kitchen, I just feel like my state of mind is just fresh and I'm ready to tackle on the rest of the house. So here I'm just unloading the dishwasher that I put on the night before and just from a few days of dirty dishes there. And I'm gonna load it back up with the dirty dishes I was saving up. So as you can see, I do have a lot of Tupperware whenever I do use the dishwasher. Those are the Tupperware containers I use for my raw dog food. So my dogs do eat a raw diet and I go through 8 containers a day. So they do tend to leave a lot of dishes for me. That's 8 containers a day because I do have 4 dogs and they eat morning and night. So it tends to add up. So if I don't do those for a few days, and I really don't have a lot of people dishes to wash usually, so the dog dishes can really add up, but I'll let them build up in the sink for a few days before I do them if there's no human dishes. So we're just going to load the dishwasher up with as much of the dirty dishes as I can fit in, and then what's left over we're just going to hand wash. I actually really don't mind hand washing. Does anybody else hand wash your dishes? I tend to hand wash more than I use a dishwasher actually. Does anybody else pre-clean their sinks before they wash dishes? I know I have to do it or I just don't feel like my dishes are clean. So that is just the green apple scented Dawn dish soap. That's my absolute favorite scent and I love Dawn because it's very gentle and it works super efficiently. I had somebody ask me once, why don't you put your dog bowls in the dishwasher? Doesn't it get them cleaner much better and faster when you use the dishwasher and it's more sanitary? You know what? You can put these in the dishwasher. Oh, there's my sweet little Miss Tennessee. You can put these bowls in the dishwasher provided that you take that black rubberized ring, it's an anti-slip ring, off of the metal bowls before you put them in the dishwasher. I have done that, but let me tell you, it is a real pain in the behind to put those rubber anti-slip rings back on, so I'd rather just wash them by hand. Alright, so now that my dishes are done, I'm going to take my Dawn Power Wash dishwashing liquid and I'm just going to wash out my sinks. I really like this to wash and scrub out the sinks. I feel like it does a really good job on cleaning the stainless steel, and it just makes me feel fresh and clean as well when I have a nice clean sink.
Just pick me up. I've been stuck in my head, thinking maybe it's great. Feels like I'm waiting for the same. My mom used to say that no matter what if you end up the day.
So per usual, now I'm just going to dry out my sink with a dry microfiber cloth. It just helps the sink to not get water spots. Alright, so let's put those dishes that we took out of the dishwasher away. That's where I keep all of those dog containers. I think I have about 80 of them actually. I do process their raw food every week. So I noticed that the recycling and garbage was full, so I'm just going to take that out and clean that all up. So my recycling bin, sometimes it just gets, little messes in there from stuff spilling out if maybe something wasn't completely empty or whatever. So I do like to give it a little clean, usually every week or so when I take the garbage out. Not every week or so, oh my gosh. Once a week after I've taken the garbage and the recycling out a few times. I love these stretchy, I think they're Glad garbage can liners. They have Febreze on them. They smell really nice. So these trays here look kind of funny right now. So they are defrosting trays because I do freeze my dog's raw food and then I defrost it when I need it. I accidentally, well, shouldn't say accidentally, I put them in the dishwasher and they're not dishwasher safe. So they turn funky colors instead of being black. So now I'm just going to clean down my counters. You guys have seen me do this before. So there I was just using the 7th generation stone cleaner with a microfiber cloth. So it was Thanksgiving this weekend, and those were little gizzards left out of the turkey, and I only had 2 pieces, so I had to wait till Mom and Dad were not in the room, and I gave the little babies the 2 pieces of gizzards that I had. So Tennessee and Jameson got to enjoy a little bit of turkey. So again, that's just the 7th generation stone cleaner, and I do have it in the, I believe it's mandarin and tangerine scent, and I absolutely really like it. I think it does a really good job cleaning my stone. So now I'm going to put my Method antibacterial spray down. So I've wiped all the rest of the counters down. I did cut some of that out so you didn't have to see me wash counters for like a long time. And just sprayed everything down with the Method Antibac, and we're going to give it 5 minutes because it needs 5 minutes to sit and work to be effective as an antibacterial cleaner. So I get myself fresh flowers every 2 weeks when I do groceries. So some of these died off pretty quickly. So I was just going through them and pulling out anything that wasn't pleasant looking anymore, and just gonna give the flowers a little cleanup and give them a little trim down and put some nice fresh water in there with some, I'm not sure if it's a sugar solution. It's the packages that you get with fresh flowers that you add to your water. I think it's basically like a sugar food solution for the flowers. You gotta multitask, you know, so I was on the phone the whole time there. But yeah, there's that package of solution there. I think it's a sugar food solution that you add to water. I don't know, I do it every week. Oh, and coffee is life. You'll see me drink a lot of coffee. Alright, so that antibacterial spray has sat for at least 5 minutes. So I'm just going to give it a wipe off with the same antibacterial, or the same microfiber cloth that I used for the granite and stone cleaner, and just wipe it off just like any old cleaner. And now everything is anti-backed. Whoopsies, cell phone's not on silent per usual. So now I'm going to get to my laundry. So I either do laundry on a Saturday or a Sunday. Sometimes I split it up and do some Saturday, some Sunday. It all depends on the mood. Now I know that I had already washed the blankets off of the couch earlier that morning. So now I'm just going to get to my clothes, which I don't have a lot. I usually have about 2 loads myself. 1 load of darks and then 1 load of lights / colors and a towel. So I always add OxiClean to my loads, and I love Gain. So I use the Gain detergent and the Gain fabric softener, as well as those Gain scent beads. That Gain scent really gets me going. I absolutely love it. I use a whole capful every load. And if I'm doing blankets, I'll put 2 capfuls in. That dang lint trap, I am telling you, I try to remember to clean it, and sometimes I just forget. I don't do it every load, I'll be honest. I do it about every 2 or 3 loads. And let me tell you, the amount of dog hair and fluff, and I just don't know what gets in there. I pull it out as much as I can, and then I go outside and I shake the crap out of it and smack it against the brick on the house and just get it cleaned out as much as I can. Alright, so now we're going to start to clean up the living room. So I'm just going to pick up the dog beds so I can get a good clean on them. They do need to be washed. The only downside is I have to go to the laundromat. And the laundromat is only open till 7 on weekdays. So I do find it's very hard to get there during the weekday. But I also had to give some cuddles to my big daddy there, Knox Bentley. He's such a good boy. So that is my area rug. It does get messed up quite easily. It doesn't have a non-slip back on it, so it just tends to fly around the floor. So that's going to get thrown in the dryer with some Gain fabric softener sheets, just so it can get a little bit of a cleanup. So I've already washed all the blankets off the couch, and I'm just putting everything away and tidying it all up. There's my big boy. Alright, time to vacuum, guys. One of my favorite things. No, I'm not crazy. I'm talking to the child. When you see me talking, looks like it's talking to myself, but when you see me talking, I am most of the time talking to my kiddo. Sometimes I am talking to myself though. So I put the upholstery head on my Dyson and did a vacuum on these dog beds here, and it helped quite a lot with the dog hair, but dog hair just gets so ingrained in the fiber of these dog beds. They're just really hard to clean. Again, that's why I like taking them to the laundromat, because they actually fit in the giant washing machine at the laundromat. But like I said, they close at 7. They're only open during the week for some reason, which is really strange. And it's just really hard to get there. But I have been there before and I've washed them before, so they definitely need to be washed again. And please just ignore Captain Humperdinck Jameson there. He is trying to hump his sister, who is just not having it, thank the Lord. And he's next on my list to get fixed, because we are not having any more puppies in this house. Knox, the big daddy there, he has been fixed just recently, so I don't have to worry about him. But Jameson will be getting fixed once he gets a little bit older. Okay, wait for it. Look at that. Isn't that gross? That is so much hair. And I vacuum multiple times a week. It is just insane. But I do have 4 bulldogs who shed. So now we're off to mopping. Mopping is one of my least favorite things to do. I don't know why. I'm just not a big fan of mopping. And yeah, I don't know what happened there, but seems to be some sort of mess that I found on the floor.
Shine.
Anybody else's dogs like to be right in the way? I'm not quite too sure where Knox was there, but 3 out of 4 right in my way when I'm mopping or vacuuming drives me bananas. You can kind of get a glimpse into the room there on the right. That is the front family room. I actually use it for the dogs. Right now dogs are barking. Right now you can see Jameson standing in there. It's still got the original hardwood floor. I haven't finished that room or the room on the left, which is the dining room. The floor hasn't been finished in there yet. But those rooms just hold the dog kennels. The crates were in the middle of the room because I was mopping the floors in there. So now we've got my rug nice and freshened up and clean. So we're going to go put that away in a moment. And let's mop over some laundry. I just love laundry. I love the smell. It's just so clean and fresh. I love laundry. And this is just your gentle reminder. You probably have laundry sitting in the washer that needs to be flipped over. Or you put it in the dryer days ago and it's wrinkly, so you're going to have to put it back on before you fold it. My best tip for laundry is do it as soon as it comes out of the dryer. So I love to use those little laundry bags to sort things. So I'll put bras in there so I can see them and not put them in the dryer. And that was actually a diaper that belongs to Miss Tennessee because I thought she was coming into heat. But she wasn't, so just threw it in the wash to clean it again anyways. Now, anybody else's child like to cook and make a mess? That would have been my child, Miss Kaylee. You know, teenagers love to make a mess and not clean up after themselves. So she boiled over something she had on the stove and left that big giant mess for her dear old mother to clean up. So I got most of it off on the stove part there with the Dawn Power Scrub, Power Soap, I don't know, whatever it's called, the Dawn Power stuff. Most of it came off with that, but some of it was kind of stubborn. So I was just trying to do it with a microfiber cloth just to see if that would work at first. Wow, look at my back. That is sweat. Just totally off topic here. I take a pre-workout when I do my cleaning on the weekends just because I know I'm moving around a lot and I want to burn as many calories as possible. Look at all that sweat. Isn't that crazy? That just shows you how hard I'm working. So I'm going to clean down the oven. I keep all my appliances like super spick and span. So I'm just going to give it a wipe down with just a wet microfiber cloth. I didn't put any additional cleaner on it from when I scrubbed off that bit of boiled over water or whatever it was. Maybe it was pasta water and the Dawn dish soap. I found a little piece of the blue packaging material on there, so I thought that was pretty funny because I have had these for a few months now. So anyways, just gonna try to scrub that off again. It was stubborn AF. It did not want to budge. That was underneath the gas element there. So look at my back. Oh my gosh, all that sweat. So I'm gonna take one of those, I don't know what you'd call them, the green kind of harder sponges that you wash dishes with, like really stubborn dishes. That did help. It got most of the stubbornness off, but not all of it, as you'll see what I have to use next. This is the Barkeeper's Friend. It is a cream solution. I did forget to shake it there, so it was a little watery. This is my last resort. I only break this stuff out if I've got an absolutely tough, miserable spot that's just not lifting with some good old elbow grease. Oh, Mr. Jameson, that is enough. He's got a bark collar on, so if you can hear some beeping, he's shocking himself. I shouldn't even say shocking himself, it's just vibrating. It's not even a shock collar. So that did work along with that green scouring pad thing, and got that all off. But it was pretty painful there. Had to do a lot of scrubbing. So now you can see it's all cleaned up. I'm awkward with this, my iPhone on the tripod. So let's just put the oven back together and carry on with our day. Alright, so next, on to the fridge. I wanted to see what would happen if I just used that same microfiber cloth with no additional product on it and gave it a buff up with a dry cloth, but nothing really happened except for I ended up shooting out some water out of my dispenser. So we're going to go in with the Wyman's. These are the stainless steel wipes. These are my favorite way to clean my stainless steel appliances. I find that it works really well. You just give everything a wipe down and then buff it with a dry microfiber cloth and they look brand new. Now, mind you, these are only a few months old, so they look brand new anyways, but that's just a dry microfiber cloth there. And my old appliances looked mint. Mint, because this is the way I took care of everything. If you're in the market for new appliances, may I suggest KitchenAid? I really love all my new appliances. Alright, grabbing a new wipe to do the dishwasher. Everything's kind of clean. I just like to give it another wipe, just again to kind of get the dust off, and if there is a little bit of dirt on there or some water spots, I'm just wiping it off with those cleansing wipes there. So just remember, if you do use those cleansing wipes or the spray, there is a spray version of this. I don't like it as much. Just make sure you buff it really well with the dry microfiber cloth. So now we're onto my bar fridge. I do not recommend getting this on glass. It is kind of streaky. So just try not to get it on any glass. And the microwave. Yes, this microwave does pop in and out. It is not a door that you open. It's pretty freaking neat. And there was a dog hair, a Nova hair to be exact, Miss Murder Nova, because she is a red bulldog, stuck right in the lining there, so I got that off. So just giving that a buff, and brand spanking new. Now my vent hood I've never cleaned. I don't tend to cook a lot of greasy or foods that splatter anyways, so I knew it was going to be pretty clean anyways, but I just wanted to give it a wipe down, again, mostly for dust purposes, but just to keep everything clean and sparkly. And the Wyman's just adds a little bit of a layer of protection as well. I don't know how it does it, it's just magic technology, but you just give it some elbow grease with that wipe and a little bit more elbow grease with your dry microfiber cloth, and bam, you're good to go. All right, so on to the coffee table. My coffee and end tables and console table are all glass with a stainless steel, or maybe it's chrome, I'm not sure. Actually, I think it's chrome base. So the dog slobber, it's just ridiculous. So I love invisible glass. It works the best in my opinion, out of all the glass cleaners I've ever tried. I don't know if it's just because it's a foam and it just tends to stick to the goobers better. I'm not sure, but I really do recommend invisible glass. If you can't find invisible glass, Windex works well too. So I give the top and bottom a good scrub, and that is a special cloth. I'm not sure where it came from. My ex-mother-in-law gave it to me. It's white, and it goes in the wash just with regular soap. You can put bleach on it, just no softener, no fabric softener. So I will wash it with my mop heads, but it is amazing for glass. It actually works better than the Norwex cloth, which I do have as well, and I'll use those other places in the house, but it works best on my glass tables. Gotta make sure you get the legs, because they get goobed up too. So this bowl here, it's kind of, I guess it's like a leopard, or is it a tortoise print? I'm not sure. It's a glass bowl from Party Light I've had for a long time. I just keep my coasters in there and my remotes and a pair of blue light glasses for the TV. So let's spread out my cow rug. I absolutely love this area rug. It's so freaking cool. I just wish that it had that anti-slip sewn into the back. I'm gonna have to buy an anti-slip area rug thing and cut it and sew it on here, because when the dogs walk on it, they kick it up and they move it around. It looks nice for about 5 minutes, so it's a little frustrating, but I do love it. So I just thought I'd quickly go over the dog beds again just to see if I can get up any additional hair using the crevice tool, but I don't think it did anything, so I think I just did this bed and gave up. Love to get those vacuum lines, and since I don't have carpet anywhere in my house except for that area rug, I like to give the dog beds a vacuum so I can get those satisfactory vacuum lines. And when I vacuum the couch, which I did earlier before I started filming, I wasn't thinking, I love to get those lines on my couch as well. So now watering my plants. I do water my plants on the weekend only, and 1 week it is just plain water. The next week it is a concoction of water and Miracle Grow. I swear by Miracle Grow every other week. It definitely helps your plants grow. Now some of these here are little weirdo stragglers that I bought seeds off Amazon, and they were not what they said they were supposed to be. So I've learned my lesson. I'm not buying seeds off Amazon, and most of them, I'll be honest, did come from China, so who knows what I'm growing in the house, but they definitely have to be gone through, and some of those have to be pitched out. But all my plants get a nice, good, healthy watering, and my peace lily there, the one I'm watering now, it's always droopy. I can't figure out why. So there's a plant in the middle here. You'll see me try to adjust it in a moment. That, funnily enough, I have no idea what it is. Again, seeds I bought off Amazon that came from China. It was supposed to be Venus flytrap seeds, because I leave my back French doors open all the time for the dog, so I do tend to get flies in the kitchen and back half of the house here, back third of the house. So I was looking for Venus flytraps and I couldn't find any, so I found these seeds on Amazon, and guess what? They weren't Venus flytraps. No idea what that sucker's growing. Alright, so see, as I mentioned, fold the laundry right out of the dryer. That way you'll get to it right away. It's not wrinkly, it's folded, it's nice and clean and ready to go. I don't know how people fold wrinkly clothes. That is a pet peeve of mine. I've got to fold it right away. If I miss it for any reason and those clothes get cold in that dryer, guess what? They're going for another cycle, so that way they're nice and warm and de-wrinkled. I cannot fold wrinkly clothes. So as you can see from my laundry, if you've been paying attention, it's quite a blend of work clothes. I do get to dress very casually at my office, thank goodness, and workout clothes. That's really all I wear. When I come home, I'm in my comfies. So yeah, I don't have very many clothes that I go through during the week. I don't have a lot of laundry myself. Now remember I was mentioning those laundry bags? Well, went ahead and threw it in the dryer thinking it was the diaper for Tennessee, and my bra went in the dryer. Whoopsies. I never dry my bras, FYI, I let them air dry. So now I'm washing the dog beds. I do have 4 identical dog beds here. They are from Amazon. They're such good quality and they last a long time. They're really great and they're very inexpensive, honestly. I think they were $50. Those are the dog beds that stay in their crates and their kennels. I do wash them every week just to help keep the smell of dog down in the house. So you won't see me wash all 4 today. I do think I washed maybe 1 or 2 in the videos. So now that the dishwasher is done from my earlier cycle, I'm going to get all these dishes out, put them all away, and then that part will all be taken care of. All the dishes will be done. So those 2 there, the pot and the pan, didn't quite come clean during the dishwashing cycle. Now, the frying pan, my bad. I know better than to put a frying pan in there that's got eggs in it. So this was a Sunday, so I had made the dogs their scrambled eggs and rice and raw treats. And I scraped out as much of the egg as I could out of the frying pan, and there was a little bit left that was really stuck on there, so I put it in the dishwasher, and I know better, it never comes off, but yet I keep doing it. You know, definition of insanity, keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I'll never learn. But you'll see in a minute here, I'm going to show you the pot. So the day before was Thanksgiving, and I had dinner with my parents and my family over at my mom and dad's house. And I usually do a lot of vegetables for dinner. That's my contribution. And I was using that pot as a double boiler. Oh, let me interrupt here. I am putting my dish dryer, the one when you wash your dishes by hand, I put it in the dishwasher. So whenever I put in a fresh dishwasher tablet, there you go. Whenever I clean my dishwasher with one of those tablets, I throw that in there because it just gets it clean as well. It doesn't hurt it, it's just plastic anyways, it's from IKEA, so if anything was to happen, I can just get a new one real cheap. But anyways, as I was saying about that pot, you're going to see it here in a moment. So, yeah, there was a few more dishes, so I'm just going to quickly wash them up as well. But that pot, I used it as a double boiler, so I had a strainer on top of it, and I was boiling Brussels sprouts, or steaming Brussels sprouts, I should say. And I accidentally didn't hear the timer go off on the stove, and ran out of water, so it boiled it all away. So have you ever done that and it kind of burns the bottom of your pot and turns it black? Well, I wasn't sure if it'd get clean in the dishwasher, and guess what? Totally didn't. It is so black. You'll see it here in just a moment.
Don't know how to cope with being so broken. Girl, I can't forget about what we said. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Don't just walk away from me and close the door. Baby, pull me closer now before it's over. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Oh, I know that.
Oh, there you go. See how bad it is? I should have slowed that clip down. But I tried scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing with that green scrubby, spongy thing, whatever they are. I don't know. They're from Scotch-Brite. But I had heard if you put a dryer sheet and really hot water in there and let it soak, I let it soak for a few days, to be honest, it'll get rid of it. And guess what? It actually freaking works. So if you ever do boil out all of your water from your pan and it turns black like that, don't even bother scrubbing it. Just put a dryer sheet in there with super hot water just from the tap, like as hot as you can get it. Leave it for a few days and it will come out like nobody's business. It'll come out pretty perfect. So I'm just going to quickly dry those dishes off and put them away. I really didn't want to see any more dishes sitting out on the counter, so there was only a handful there, so I just dried them and put them right away. Normally I'd let them air dry because I'm a little lazy, but not this day. Back to the laundry. actually really do like doing laundry. It's the putting away part that sucks.
Girl, I can't forget about what you said. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Don't just walk away from me and close the
Anybody else love tie-dye? I love tie-dye. Just randomly throwing that out there. I love kimonos too, by the way. That's an awesome kimono. I did get it off Amazon. I love Amazon. I shop on Amazon every day. So yeah, whoopsies, I realized I put my bra in the dryer instead of air drying it. That was my bad. I thought it was that diaper here for Tennessee, but whoopsies. Oh well, it's not going to hurt it drying it in the dryer once. So those are off Amazon as well. It came in a 4-pack, I believe. That is the extra large because that is the size I need for my big ass bulldogs. And I actually have bully bands for the boys. They wrap around their midsection and cover up their little pee-pee. And that way they can't sprinkle in the house, or if they're like Mr. Jameson, Captain Humperdinck, they can't hump anybody. So there was one dog bed that got washed, put in the dryer, and dog bed number 2 is going to go in the washer there. Again, with OxyClean, the Gain scent beads, Gain detergent, and Gain fabric softener. My dogs get treated just like me and my kiddo here when it comes to laundry. I do put them on hot, though, on really hot. So now you're gonna see everything's pretty cleaned up. So I know this video is really sped up, but it took me about 2 to 3 hours just to get all of that done. And last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some Scentsy wax cubes in. Now that is one of my favorite scents. I do believe it's discontinued. It was from last year, and it's the NFL specialty scent called Gridiron Rush. It just smells so clean and fresh. So I'm just kind of panning around, showing you how clean everything is, nice and organized, everything's spick and span. Not going to last for more than 5 minutes, I'll be honest, but hey, it gets to look nice for just a few minutes, even though nobody else sees it other than me and my kiddo if she's home, because you know, teenagers are never home, right? So I just put that around the house in all my Scentsy warmers, and it just, I don't know, smells amazing. So there we go, look at that, clean house, and I'm quite satisfied. I love cleaning. It feels so good to have a clean house, a clean slate. I really love it. That's it for me, guys.